Let's talk about stress and belly fat. Now, this is a big one, and this is one of the phenomena that led to me creating Business Bellies. Business Bellies is a term that I've been using for years because it always, at first, it was confusing to me why I would get men or women coming to me for a transformation, and they would just all of their weight issues were centered around their stomach. So they can have skinny legs and skinny arms and just this business belly, this bulge in the midsection. And the question is, why there? Why the body has so many different places that it could store body fat, but why does it store it all around the stomach? And after years and years of being a physique transformation coach, and I studied biosignature, which is the science of understanding why your body holds fat in specific areas. It's really brilliant science, and it's just led me to understand the cortisol connection, the business belly connection. What really is what is the culprit? What is the reason why people are holding weight in their bellies? And why is that weight so stubborn? Why is that the last place to go? You can get skinny in the face and you can get emaciated and then you still have a belly. It's like super unfair, but the reality is because that fat is special and not in a good way. That fat is being controlled by a hormonal abnormality. So stomach fat is very interesting, where it's literally being controlled by cortisol. So how much stress you have in your life will directly impact the way that your body stores fat, especially around the midsection. This is where, in these fat tissues, this is where cortisol receptors are found. So what that means is basically these fat tissues are sensitive to cortisol. So when you spend your life, or years or months or whatever it is, with higher levels of stress than ideal, or you don't have the management system, your body doesn't have the detoxification that it needs to get rid of this toxic stress, you don't have an outlet, then it just piles up and it piles up and it gets like locked in, literally locked in by this hormonal abnormality. That stomach fat is dangerous fat because it's the fat that accumulates around the organs, and it can actually penetrate and permeate the liver and become fatty liver. It can obstruct organs and blood flow, and it's just not the place that you want to have that density of fat. And so this is all the cortisol connection, business belly, that growing waistline, or that stubborn fat that just won't go, even no matter how small that amount is to you. Of course, now that's relative. Everybody, some people can say, oh, I'm so fat, and they're like 2 kilos overweight, or some people can be 30, 40, 50 plus kilos overweight. So that's all relative. Now, I don't know how much fat is around your waist or how much is bothering you, but the fact is that fat is special. That fat is being controlled by your stress, and unless you have a solution for your stress, then you will not have an effective solution to get rid of that stomach fat. I'll tell you this, there is no amount of crunches, there's no amount of side bends or trunk rotations or twists that is gonna get you a flatter stomach if you don't address the stress. That's the bottom line, is that stress is being locked. It's on lockdown. It's not going anywhere until you get rid of the stress. So when it comes to burning that business belly, your best friends are corzén and detox sticks, because corzén directly starts to penetrate the cortisol receptors and starts to communicate with your cortisol hormone and saying, okay, we got this. Relax. There's no need for you to be on high alert anymore. You're not in danger. You're not getting chased by a saber-toothed tiger. This isn't the Paleolithic days anymore. And your stress response immediately gets soothed every time you take corzén. So this will lead to a reduction in stomach fat. I know it sounds too good to be true, like site-specific fat loss, but it is absolutely possible because all of your fat on your body is telling you something. It's being controlled by a hormone. There's a reason why I've been doing this for 16 years, and I don't think any man has ever come into me and asked me to lose their booty. It's just not where we hold the fat, all right? So the booty, the hips, the thighs, this is estrogen-related fat. This is where women tend to hold their fat. Men tend to hold their estrogen-related fat in the chests. Of course, we've probably heard of man boobs. I know it doesn't sound nice, but it's actually, that's more than just fat. That fat in a man's chest, if it starts to accumulate, is actually called gynecomastia, which is it's a pretty serious medical condition where it's not just fat growing in the chest, it's actually a saturation of estrogen in our cells. So we have a cell behind our nipple, there's glands actually, and the glands can saturate with estrogen and grow, and also this is very stubborn fat. This isn't the kind of fat that's easy to burn. That's the last place the fat is going to burn because it's being controlled by a hormonal abnormality. And that's what's so interesting in our human body is we're so complex and it's such an intelligent system that it is literally, it's talking to us, it's communicating with us, it's saying, hey, this is off. And once you know that your belly, this business belly, is being caused by your stress, well, there you have it right there. You have your project. You need to reduce your stress. That's what we're all about. So take your Cortizen daily, take your Detox 6 daily to help you to increase your organ health, which expresses that fat loss, that gets it even going faster, because with healthier organs, you have a faster metabolism, and then that whole midsection just starts to work faster. It starts to become more efficient. So the belly connection is the cortisol connection. Just remember that. Your business belly is a result of your unmanaged stress levels. It's the accumulation of stress that is locking that abdominal or that stomach fat, and that's covering your abdominals. So you have a six-pack there. You don't have to crunch more to get that six-pack. You have to stress less.